dream she lies as eternity reels. Forever she dies, sheathed in crystal and steel, a pale dark-haired beauty, once strong and alive, a star over she to conquer the skies. And the far stars cried as our planets yearned, but no man may know, for she'll never return. In sleep so like death she was locked long ago. No prince shall awaken her, nor brush back the snow, for time has forgotten and fate fails the drive. The ship keeps its course but will never arrive. And the far stars cried as our planet yearned, but no man may know, for she'll never return, for she'll never return.
Fill your glass and sing a song of a life in space on the edge of fear. For we are the men who dwell in the hell and still come home for an engineer. So here's to the man with his hand on hell, the fires that flame in the fusion burn. So toss off a beer to the engineer. If he's gonna live long, then he'll live and learn. Well, some men hear the song of the stars in every throb of a starship's drive. Then some men find their peace of mind in the hell where the drive feels kept alive. So here's to the man with his hands on hell, the fires that flame in the fusion burn. So toss off a beer to the engineer. If he's gonna live long, then he'll live and learn. The trail to the stars is long and wide, littered with the bodies of ships and men. It's the price we've paid for the road we've made, that many will not see home again. So here's to the man with his hand on hell, the fires that flame in the fusion burn. So toss off a beer to the engineer. If he's gonna live long, then he'll live and learn. Well, engineers are only meant for each mistake they make, they pay. For one man's hand write 100 lives, in the hope they'll see another day. So here's to the man with his hand on hell, the fires that flame in the fusion burn. So toss off a beer to the engineer. If he's gonna live long, then he'll live and learn.
We pride ourselves on our well-stocked shelves, wine from Deneb and whiskey from Carr. Any world you think of, we carry the drink of. We serve the universe at Hanrahan's bar. The bartender's Irish Mike Flanagan by name, killed a dozen men on a rim world they claim. The barmaid's a gentle, elegant lass, as long as you keep your hands on your glass. The patrollers drop by every hour or two, just to keep the place quiet and to belt down a few. If a fight breaks out, then they're always in. Unfortunately, they seldom win. The pride of Co is the engineers' corps. They've been stationed here for a century or more. They make good money and they know how to spend. And if you've got troubles, there are no finer friends. Now the Combine, whose man Michael Flanagan killed, had set out to hit men to deliver their will. But when they tried to take him, engineers barred the way, and to everyone's surprise, the patrol saved the day. Wait, cried the commander, I'm not for your plan. This here's a patrol base, you can't take the man. The Combine may want him, but he's our personnel. The patrol owns this bar, you can all go to hell. We pride ourselves on our well-stocked shelves, wine from Denham and whiskey from Carr. Any world you think of, we carry the drink of. We serve the universe at Hanrahan's bar. We serve the universe at Hanrahan's bar. I can fly, I can rise to greet the sun. I can be me, or I can be most anyone. And I can do what I need to. I can touch the stars. I am light, I can permeate the sky. And I am peace, I the answer to your cry. And I can do what you seek to. I can touch the stars. I have built mighty wings to hold before me in the wind. And I have found me such joy as may fill my heart forever. And I can fly. I am free. I am lighter than the air. I can stay here, or I can be most anywhere. And I can do what I want to. I can touch the stars. I have built mighty wings to hold before me in the wind. And I have found me such joy as may fill my heart forever. And I can fly, and I can fly.
stood proudly in cities and dreamed. We basked in the warmth of the golden sun's beams, and our children would live in a world we'd redeemed, as we howl, howl, howl at the moon. Now the rivers are answered, the land is so dry, and the sun's beams are deadly when crossing the sky, and the industry's still, and we ask ourselves why, as we howl, howl, howl at the moon. Silent are factories, still one and all, the night birds take shelter within their bleak homes. A curse on the death sun brought on by their pall, as we howl, howl, howl at the moon. Someday they say that the ships will return to take us away from a planet that burns, with only the knowledge we've painfully learned, as we howl, howl, howl at the moon. We wait in our tunnels for sounds of the night, when the stars of the heavens send beautiful light, and the hunting birds shriek in their first evening's flight, then we howl, howl, howl at the moon. We are the keepers of darkness and dreams, singing our night song in moonlight pale beams, and many is the soul that our night song redeems, as we howl, howl, howl at the moon. Once we stood proudly in cities and dreamed, we basked in the warmth of the golden sunbeams, and our children would live in a world we'd redeemed, but we howl, howl, howl at the moon. We lifted on the Destiny one balmy summer's night, with a load of fuel and 6 months' food. bound for Centaurus light. We set a course for the colder space and watched old Sol recede. Ellen, Chang, McGraw, the Doc, my brother Jed, and me. Well, now there's only we two left, and only we know why. For the one of us is a murderer, and the one of us must die. Well, Ellen was our engineer, the engines were her lair, and she suited up and went outside to check the fuel line tear. The airline caught on a burling hook, and we felt the safeties flare. As she drifted by, her last words were, "What bastard cut my hair?" And now there's only we two left, and only we know why. For the one of us is a murderer, and the one of us must die. Well, Doc McGraw, he turned to me with anger in his eye. "You fool," he says, "they'll hang you sure for making Ellen die." Well, I saw her drifting by us, and her safety line was cut, and the knife was in my brother's hand and in the doctor's gut. Well, as though there's only we two left, and only we know why. For the one of us is a murderer, and the one of us must die. When we were children long ago, they used to call me Jed. But then one day my brother died, they told me he was dead. So I let him take my body, and I soon became as he. And I said I'd live inside his head for all eternity. And now there's only we two left, and only we know why. For the one of us is a murderer, and the one of us must die. So here we lay on the cold, cold deck, a force knife in our hand, in a pool of blood that says that we will never kill again. In peace we'll be together now for all eternity. Vengeance, for it was his hand that pushed me to the sea. And vengeance, for it was my hand that pushed him to the sea. So now there's only we two left, and only we know why. For the one of us is a murderer, and the one of us must die.
100 parsecs out on a ship called Borman's Bait. The engineer McQuillin sent the word out to the mate. The engine's growing cold, he said, and soon our ship will die. If we can't find a planet with fuel to beat the drive. Now our ship's a noble lady, and our captain, he is true. But our engineer is no one's god, no angels in our crew. If we can't find an answer soon, nobody will survive. Why can't we find some blasted rock with fuel to beat the drive? What prayer can stir the gods of space who dwell beyond the stars? What mortal words can help or heal an engine without power? And will we drift forever, lost between the stars? We strive to find a single planet with fuel to beat the drive. The screen glows bright, a world we found of rock and ice and steel. If only we can make it there, pray the ions hold the field. Hope flares anew, the field will hold, our engine will survive. It's a hell of a world, but there's hydrogen to feed our dying drive. So once again we fly through space, this void beyond the stars. Who knows what ruin may take us, what evil fate is ours. But as long as our ship is able, we will ply the stars and thrive. As long as we are granted fuel to beat the drive. As long as we are granted fuel to beat the drive.
The desert dune, but he who rides the dark is Lord of the night wind rune. I am the Lord of the Hanrahan, from Chuff to the tongue of Bra, from Fajagai to the Jafir coast, the master of it all. I see within my crystal eye the one who comes along. With a vengeance in his heart to steal a stolen throne. The cat rune rules the heart and sand the desert dune, but he who rides the dark is Lord of the night wind rune. I raise my hand and speak the word that sounds the rune song's power, to crush him as I've done before to others in their hour. I've heard dark tales of the night wind rune and touched it in a dream, and I know that the battle was locked and joined the moment he was seen. The cat rune rules the heart and sand the desert dune, but he who rides the dark is Lord of the night. Took this rune down thrown from the Lord of the Rune of Three. His dying words on vengeful lips told of my slavery. Now how many men must a rune king kill before he can be free of the weight of a throne and a rune king's rule that is his slavery? The cat rune rules the heart and sand the desert dune, my soul, and I know that I am free at last, but tired, so tired and old. So let him take this throne of power, in his hand let it be, for death is the only rune I know to set a rune king free. And I've learned to hate this rune throne's gift of immortality. The cat rune rules the heart, sand the desert dune, but he who rides the dark is the Lord of the night wind No hope of love will ever leave her, lost to all our worldly strife. Such a price she pays for freedom, well, it's dearer than her very life. Morning finds her sleeping softly in her bed of feather down. Evening finds her waiting for the way that leads to ground. No hope of love will ever free her. Lost to all our worldly strife, such a price she pays for freedom, dearer than her very life. Well, when she sat out will and wisdom, dwelling neath her high hall's beams, now she knows the bloodlust passion, and she runs each night in woven dreams. But no hope of love will ever leave her, lost to all our worldly strife. Such a price she pays for freedom, well, it's nearer than her very life. When the moon is riding cloud waves on the mountain and the hill, then she runs with fang and claws drawn, with the wolf pack for the kill. No hope of love will ever free her, lost to all our worldly strife. Such a price she pays for freedom, dearer than her very life. Well, some are born to live in high halls, some are born to run the rills, some are born to silks and satins, oh, but some are born to hunt and kill. No hope of love will ever free her, lost to all our worldly strife. Such a price she pays for freedom, for it's nearer than her very
The winds of October blow fierce and high, the promise of winter snow clinging. In the heart the bright fire burns ever higher, in shadow our memories singing. As time runs on, swift as the waters of summer, the days are gone, far past recalling, far past reclaiming. She sits by the fire and she dreams of a man. His hair was all silver and silky, his swift piercing eyes were as dark as night skies, his skin was cool, smooth and milky. But time runs on, swift as the waters of summer, and love is gone, far past recalling, far past reclaiming. But once she was young and she danced in the spring, the summer fires brought love to blossom. But how life goes on now, her beauty is gone, only memories comfort her losses. Still time runs on, swift as the waters of summer, and youth is gone, far past recalling, far past reclaiming. Lady, steal away, join us in the woodland, revel high through the night, till the dawn is at hand. Nightingale sings and wails, she's our secret keeping. Dead of night, dark moonlight, all the men are sleeping, all the men are sleeping. Spirit high, come dance with me, air and earth and water free. Lay your hand upon my breast, take me to your blessed rest. Nightingale sings and wails, she's our secret keeping. Dead of night, dark moonlight, all the men are sleeping, all the men are sleeping. The moon silver shone on the bed where she lay. Her hair was all tousled as yellow as hay. The dark clean air felt her breath like a mist, touched her sweet lips as enchanted they kissed. Arise, my love, and come to me, that we may one forever be. Like quicksilver swift from the window he sprang, patterned the grasses with dew as he ran. This night wizard wraith with a star in his eyes, and she turns in her sleep and so fretfully cries. Whither ye go, my love, so free? There I must go and follow thee. The dawn crimson glowed as she rose from her bed, to flee from the safety of family instead, to the chill of the forest her lover to seek. But the night found her lost, crying weary and weak. Where are you, love? Oh, come to me, that we may one forever be. The night cloaks her longing with chill and despair, and a crystalline glamour bedazzles the air. Stricken to death on the hard ground she lies, and he gazes upon her with cold starry eyes. Arise, my love, and come to me, that we may one forever be. Arise, my love, your spirit free. Now we shall one forever be. 13 brides we have brought you. Take them, do what you will. 13 brides we have traded to cleanse our land. It's the price you demand, but still such strange husbands await thee. how each bride sees with fear such strange futures you've chosen. So go you must, may the gods that you trust hold you dear. It's the year of the unicorn, what fate may it bring? You say peace for the Dale land, yes, but for me, well, I'd rather be free than safe ringed. What strange men are these, here before my eyes changing? And the land that we ride through is not what it seems, or is this a dream my mind's ranging? It's the year of the unicorn, what fate may it bring? A wild wizard's adventure, but with faith by my side, through enchantment I ride, I have wings. 13 brides we have brought you. See the magic beast he lay upon the grasses sweet and grey. Horned head upon my knee, it was his touch that set me free. Gaily now the garlands weave, never more to weep or grieve, as the dancers heed and cry, innocence shall never die. See the beast before me kneel, as the dancers weave and reel. Horned one, he stoops to pray, 'twas I who tamed the beast this day. Gaily now the garlands weave, never more to weep or grieve, as the dancers heed and cry, innocence shall never die. Sister, sister, sitting there, none so pale and none so fair, none so wild and none so free, yet never may she married be. The oldest one, her name is Death, the youngest one is Born. The middle one, she weaves the stuff from which our lives are formed. Sister, sister, sitting there, the dust of age upon your hair, none so wise and none so free as she who weaves our destiny. The oldest one, her name is Death, the youngest one is Born. The middle one, she weaves the stuff from which our lives are formed. Sister, sister, sitting there, none so haggard, worn with care, none so cruel and none so free as she who takes my life from me. The oldest one, her name is Death, the youngest one is Born. The middle one, she weaves the stuff from which our lives are formed.
Round the circle the year wheel turns, writhing in passion the soul farmers. Who knows the joy that the lover learns? Cry pan, pan, pan. Soft as the wind in the trees caress, seeing the way that the earth can bless. He strives the world in his happiness. Cry pan, pan, pan. So dance round the circle the year wheel turns, writhing in passion the soul farmers. Who knows the joy that the lover learns? Cry pan, pan, pan. Gather the sheaves in a bundle round, dancing a path on the open ground, knowing that autumn's love is found. Cry pan, pan, pan. Dance round the circle the year wheel turns, writhing in passion the soul farmers. Who knows the joy that the lover learns? Cry pan, pan, pan. Hey pan, Icarus Megaman, ancient of names since time began, who steals the heart of a woman and man. Cry Pan, Pan, Pan. Come dance round the circle, the year wheel turns, writhing in passion the soul ferments. Who knows the joy that the lover learns? Cry Pan, Pan, Pan.
All upon the middle lands the mercenary travelled. He fought upon the mountains across the sea, till the mountain lords they raised their voices, said we'll have no battle, and we'd thank you very kindly if you'd leave our fair country. So out across the swarthy plains the mercenary travelled. He fought on desert sands and burning seas, till the desert kings they cried, no more will we give battle, and we would be very happy if you'd leave us to our peace. It's hard for a mercenary with no land to call his own, when the world he knows no longer goes to war. No work for a peacetime soldier, no company and no home, no way to earn a penny for the poor. Then out upon the middle seas the mercenary travelled. He signed himself aboard a fine galley, but the captain said, we are merchantmen, my boy, we seek no battle. We've a blessing from the gods who protect our company. So back again to his own homeland the mercenary travelled, to carve a hold in the mountain vastness free. Now a highwayman he offers every passing merchant battle, and a curse for the lifetime that taught him thievery. It's hard for a mercenary with no land to call his own, when the world he knows no longer goes to war. No work for a peacetime soldier, no company and no home, no way to earn a penny for the poor. For the poor. Tall and green I saw him standing there, with his feet planted firmly in the ground, his eyes protruding like antlers. He was tall and green and round. Why, oh why, cried my mother dear, must you love a plant? It will surely upset your brother dear, and greatly embarrass your aunt. Can't they see why I love him so? He's not cruel, carnivorous, or crass. My family thinks that I'm a fool to love an asparagus. My father says, how's his bank account? What kind of living can he earn? What will you do till he's out of school? What kind of trade can he learn? Tall and green, I saw him standing there, with his feet planted firmly in the ground, his eyes protruding like antlers. He was tall and green and round.
And bred by blade, we are masters of our trade. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. Carry forth the shadows dark, raise the night and slay the lark. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. March to the mountains, march to the sky, march to the oceans. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. Where death birds fly, selves and men alike may die. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. Many follow where we've tread, few remain unless they're dead. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. March to the mountains, march to the sky, march to the oceans. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. We are born and bred for war, like our fathers gone before. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. Come and follow if you dare, into Mordor's darkest lair. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. March to the mountains, march to the sky, march to the oceans. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. Our home is by the shadow's pyre, our death is in his funeral pyre. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. Axe and sword befit our hand, the way our Lord and Maker planned. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. March to the mountains, march to the sky, march to the oceans. Sing we are the Uruk Hai. In the worst snow of the season, on a cold midwinter's night, my lady lay in childbed. The child was not just right. Dark Gantry said he'd be here, though the journey was so far. I knew he'd come, 'cause by the fire was Doc's beloved guitar. Where I want to go, I'll go, Doc says. Where I want to be, I'll be. I just don't think there's anything can stop a man like me. In the winter wind a howling, like a banshee straight from hell. I heard 9 tailors from below, from the church's bell. Then it called, I heard a knock, I knew it must be. Where's Helen, son? It's 4 a.m. I've not much time, says he. Where I want to go, I'll go, Doc says. Where I want to be, I'll be. I just don't think there's anything can stop a man like me. Well, Doc, you crazy fool, says I. You could have froze to death. No sane man rides in a storm like this unless he wants to stop his breath. Doc, says I, you're old and grey, that any fool can see. Son, he says, there's just some things can't stop a man like me. Where I want to go, I'll go, me. I just don't think there's anything can stop a man like me. The baby lived and Helen lived, the future it looked bright. But Doc rode off saying more to do before the morning light. My lady slept with a newborn babe, in our small bed she lay. The day Doc Gantry came to town was sure a lucky day. Where I want to go, I'll go, Doc says. Where I want to be, I'll be. I just don't think there's anything can stop a man like me. The fire was low, I picked a match and lit my best cigar. I noticed by the fireside still lay the Doc's guitar. Well, the storm had passed, so I saddled up and tied the guitar down. The least that I could do for him, take Doc's guitar to town. Where I want to go, I'll go, Doc says. Where I want to be, I'll be. I just don't think there's anything can stop a man like me. I know Doc's buckboard anywhere, it's parked outside the church. The horses, they are restless, and the buckboard gives a lurch. The preacher man, he looks at me, says, Jason, you're a star. Doc died last night, but at the last, he gave you that guitar. About 4 a.m., but at the last, he gave you that guitar. Where I want to go, I'll go, Doc says. Where I want to be, I'll be. I just don't think there's anything can stop a man like me.
Once long ago, I lived in the mountains, far from the flat land I now know so well. Once I had bright hair as red as the sunshine. Once I had honor, now I have none. I am forsaken, my freedom is gone. Now I wear chains on my hands. Dressed in such finery as my master should fancy, my heart sore with bondage, I bow to command. Had I grown old in the mountains of my youth, I'd have been wedded to a lord of that land. I'd have borne children with coppery red hair, been given a bracelet to wear on my hand. I am forsaken, my pride is all gone. No family have I to call kin. Lost among strangers, I know only shame now. Freedom and love live only in dreams. Once long ago, I lived in the mountains, far from the flat land I now know so well. Once I had bright hair as red as the sun sunshine. Once I had freedom, now I have none. Android number 102 fell in love with 103. A musical miss with a chromium twist, for singing but quite out of key. Now this fanciful fault had captured his heart, for never another could he imagine aloud to sing right out loud with a defect from Factory 3. Now their courtship went on in the front corner room of the Robots for All Sales building, until late in May when they took her away. She went, although quite unwilling. How long does it take for a young heart to feel? Who's to say what is human or not? When love is in bloom and it thinks that it's real, no greater bond could have been wrought. Now he stands there alone in that front corner room, and his circuits are filled with regrets. But time cannot heal the hurt that he feels, for an android never forgets. For an android never forgets.
Valkyrie, Valkyrie, ride out your course, drive with your heels, spurring your horse. Valkyrie, Valkyrie, onward you fly, waiting for man to die. Gather, gather the hero who waits below on the field. Feel, feel his arms tight about you, invoking the love no Valkyrie can yield. Valkyrie, Valkyrie, onward you fly, a speed like a sword, a tear in your eye. His arms tight about you, the reins in his hand. Fly to the rainbow land. You turn, turn, turn in the saddle to face him who fights for your soul. Heed not the burnings of passions that never may Valkyrie hold. Oh, Valkyrie, Valkyrie, what have you done? Where will you go? Where will you run? Forever banned from fair Valhalla's bliss, all for a mortal kiss. Well, they ride, ride, ride through the starways. They ride, ride, ride through the mist. Flee, 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 Odin's handmaiden, flee to the Nibelheim, flee for a gift. Valkyrie, I'll see, watches above, sees how they cling, sees her in love, blesses the union and lets them ride on, watches until they're gone. Well, they ride, ride, ride through the starways, they ride, ride, ride through the mist. Flee, 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 Odin's handmaiden, flee to the Nibelheim, flee for a kiss.
With eyes like coal, he could burn my soul, and I loved him with dark desire. I longed for his bite, but he just said goodnight, for the lad was a gay vampire. The laddies he'd sigh for, he'd pine for, he'd die for, but no lady could be his delight. Though I begged and I pleaded, well, he never heeded my longing for one little bite. Still I stalked through the night, seeking his strange delight, and this proved to be his undoing. For I too met a man, as per nature's plan, and his name was Marvin Van Helsing. The ladies he'd sigh for, he'd pine for, he'd die for, and I was Marvin's delight. No begging was needed, he gave when I pleaded, and I pleaded a lot the first night. And that's how Vlad found us, he grew quite astounded to be met by such a strange sight. In shock he was sickened, and then he was stricken by Marvin who crossed him that night. Oh, the laddies he sighed for, he pined for, he died for, no lady could be his delight. I begged and I pleaded, he should have acceded to my longing for one little bite.
A window lies on the snow and watches the moon in its nocturnal glow. She wonders if dreaming will bring her delight, and if she will see her sweet lover tonight. He steps to the window and bounds to the sill. She flies to her bedroom to dance to his will. They ride in the bedclothes until morning's feed, and he springs from her window, great good-footed he. Oh, quicksilver light on the snowbanks he springs. She laughs as the starlight his winter song sings. She touches her cheek as she wipes a salt tear. She knows that midwinter comes but once a year. He steps to a window and bows to the sill. She flies to her bedroom to bounce to his will. They ride in the bedclothes until morning's feed, and he springs from her window, great good-footed he. She watches and wonders if life grows within. She wonders at autumn will she bear his kin. She turns from her window at his final nod, and dreams her sweet dreams of a gold-footed god. He steps to her window and bounds to the sill. She flies to her bedroom to dance to his will. They ride in the bedclothes until morning's peace, and he springs from her